Hey everyone, I'm Katie Valentina, and today I'm going to be collaborating with my queen of authortube, Sincerely V.
Hello, it's V.
Today V and I are going to be swapping the mood boards and the playlist for our books, and we each have to write a completely new scene with completely new characters, a completely new story, and a completely new plot, and then we're going to swap and react to each other's work on our channels. Okay, let's look at V's mood board.
I'm so excited to share with you guys the playlist and mood board that I'll be swapping with Kate today. They're from my young adult romance novel, Into the Limelight, which is an enemies to lovers fake dating romance between a reluctant songwriter and a heartthrob pop star. It's super fun, super flirty, but it also tackles the themes of identity, self-acceptance, and finding and using your voice for good. So yeah, I'm really excited to see what you do with it, Kay. I hope you have so much fun with it, and I'm excited to write a scene based off of your playlist and your mood board. Happy writing!
This is so crazy to see this because I was there. I was clocked in when V first started talking about this project on her channel. So it's so cool to see what's inspired it. So looking at this mood board, immediately I'm seeing that one of these characters is a musician. The boy seems to be holding a guitar. So I think we're going to go with him. He's the musician. We're in Hollywood. Okay, I'm seeing the vibes. This bedroom is so cool. And then we've got a contract there. It's probably like a record deal, record label. Okay, I'm really loving this. I'm so excited. Now I just need a story for the girl. I mean, the girl could be the musician and he could just be someone who plays the guitar, but I think, okay, here's what I'm thinking. I think the girl should be like the daughter of a producer or manager, just someone who's on his label or on his management team. I think she should be the daughter of a producer. Okay, so those are our two characters. We have the male main character who's a musician and the female main character who is the daughter of the producer on his label. Okay, looking at the playlist. You could be my hero! And there's no way Starstruck is on here. Okay, I'm just going to play you a little snippet of each song because I don't think I should do a rendition, my own rendition of each of them. But Hero by Christopher Wilde and Starstruck being the first song on here is insane. Wait guys, songs from Let It Shine is on here as well. The Disney Channel original movies. This is so nostalgic. Okay, Hero. I know exactly where this is going, okay? We have the girl who doesn't really want to be famous, but then you have the boy who is famous, and wait, the dichotomy of it all. Miley Cyrus, no. I can tell V was a DCOM watcher, like she was there on Disney Channel, she was there. Sweet Creature by Harry Styles, I absolutely love that song. Shameless by Camila Cabello. Okay, on this page there's even more Starstruck. So Starstruck really seems to be an inspiring factor of this book, which is definitely interesting. Then you also have Monster by Shawn Mendes. What could that possibly mean? That song is about like someone who, I need to listen to it. I don't remember. What if I swear I can actually sing. Like I actually did performing arts when I was younger. I know you can't tell, but I promise you I did. The Monster by Shawn Mendes is about like a pop star who's been put on a pedestal, but they have their own flaws and stuff, which I think is really interesting. So maybe this could be the type of thing where like he has his flaws, everyone thinks he's perfect, but she's the only one who knows the real him. Are you picking up what I'm putting down? Okay, so now I just need to decide like what is the actual scene going to be. And I've got 3 hours to write this because I've got to be somewhere later today. Okay, so walk with me here. I'm thinking we're at a music recording session, okay? The musician is obviously there. His producer is obviously there. And then you also have the daughter who's there. And like he could be in the booth. He's like recording, and he recommends like doing something like, I don't know, adding an extra guitar chords. Maybe I need to know a bit about music to even talk on this, because are you even allowed other people? I'm sure I'm breaking some confidentiality laws here, but he's gonna suggest to like add something to the song and the producer's like, no, like that's gonna be awful, that's gonna be bad. And then the daughter is gonna be like, no dad, let him do it. No, I see it, I hear it, I can see the vision. And then they do it and then it sounds really good, and then like bond, instant connection. There could also be a part in the scene when the musician's gonna come out and they're like listening back to what they've recorded, and then their hands could like brush on the volume, on raising the volume. I don't know. I don't know, but I'm trying to think of like cute little things to put in a scene. I'm going to try and make it 3 pages long. That's how long my scene was for the last challenge that I did with Nietzsche. I think that's going to be the vibe. Okay, so I'm going to put on these playlists and start writing out the dialogue, because that's how I like to approach writing scenes. I find it so easy to write the dialogue, see how the conversation flows, see where the scene is going, and then add in the description and everything else and the lore later on.
Nope. 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 Nope.
Girl, I've gone through like 500 names. Why are they all like really niche names?
Nope. 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 Nope.
Okay, I think the names that we're going to go with, otherwise I'll be here generating names for the whole day, are Elton and Isabella. Elton, like, I don't know, it's quite an old name, and I'm thinking we want him to be cool and hip, but maybe that's his appeal. Maybe his appeal is that he... Guys, I don't know. We'll do one more generation. We'll do one more generation for the boy name, and we'll see what comes up, and then we'll go with it. Oh. I mean, it's unique. I think that this is a fantasy name generator. I mean, it's just a random name generator, but the names that they're coming up with, we've got Joel here, but now is that too simple? Like, maybe I should go with, what did they just give me before? Maybe I should go with something like that. Maybe he should be unique. Not picking the name being the hardest part in all of this. Now it's time to write. Let's actually write the scene. Let's put the playlist on. I was just listening to Monster. I literally like, guys. I forgot how lit that song was. Scene, I'm trying to write song lyrics. I literally write songs, but every single time I'm writing, it's coming from like a very specific emotion or experience. Trying to write a song just raw, no life event attached, is actually really difficult. And I'm not even trying to write a song. I'm trying to find 2 lyrics that like rhyme. How the scene is going so far is it's kind of changed. So we're now in the studio. He's recording a song. He really wants it to be really good. He's a perfectionist. The producer's like we've been recording for so long, like, just like it. Producer steps out, his daughter's in the room, and then they end up like connecting because they both see the vision, this vision that's there. So like she's gone in, he's humming something, she's like, yeah, I like that, what you're humming, I like that. And then she starts freestyling, and then he's freestyling, and they're about to hook each other. Imagine like Austin and Ally. That's like the vibe that I'm getting as I'm writing this. Austin and Ally on Disney Channel. It's kind of that sort of vibe. I don't know where I'm gonna take the rest of the scene. I want to wrap up this dialogue a little bit, and then we'll see. Lyrics, and I can imagine this being in a rom-com. I can genuinely imagine this being in a D-com. I wish I could sing it for you, but unfortunately this is a writing challenge, not a singing challenge. Okay guys, I've now completely finished marking up the scene. It's got a beginning, it's got an end, so I just need to add in. Now it's time for the hard part. I'm saying this like, oh, now I just need, no, now I need to write the scene. Like, I need to write everything else that goes on. The dialogue right now is currently 1.5 pages, so I have a feeling that the scene will probably end up being like 4 pages long. So I might make the font smaller. So it's just a bit more palatable. But actually, V and I never decided on how many pages we were going to write. So hopefully this is fine for her. So yeah, I'm gonna finish that. The next time you see me will probably be when I'm reacting to V's video, because I've got to go somewhere, so I won't be able to film. So you're just going to have to go over to V's channel to see her react to my scene. Oh, hey there guys. If you recognize this outfit and this background, I have something to tell you. It is in fact the same day that I filmed the reaction to Taylor's video. I just have a lot of time today because can you imagine I still have uni? It's actually the end of May. My exams, my last exam was over a week ago now, and I'm still here. So I'm also filming the reaction clip to V's scene today. It's the moment you've all been waiting for. I'm honestly so excited. So if you want to see, this is a mood board that I gave V, and this is the playlist that I gave V. That's the vibe that we're kind of working for. Like obviously these pictures and these songs, these are representative of the Tide Always Comes Back sort of vibe. So I'm really honestly excited to see what V picked up from it. Enough yap from me. I don't know why I'm still yapping. Her scene is titled What It Means to Float. Here's what we're going to do once again. We're going to get my live raw reaction in time lapse, and then I'll come back to you guys because I can't react and read at the same time, and I want you to see my live reaction. I literally had to come back immediately because I just read the sentence. The horizon stretched out behind her, and beyond that the sun slipping down, spilling oranges and pinks across the sky in a way so impossibly beautiful it feels sacred. Immediate yes. 5 stars, 5 stars. Guys, the next sentence, my eye read it before. It says, but it's not the sky that's undoing me, stealing the air out of my lungs, rooting me in place. It's her. Bye. Sorry, this is fantastic. Guys, I just screamed because they just... I bleep that out, Kato, when you're editing. Something just happened and it was such a plot twist. But also there's 2 POVs because there's a little snippet from the female main characters. Okay, I'm gonna read it so you guys can read it, but V's writing is so beautiful. I just got so lucky by collabing with the best writers on authortube, because all of the scenes I've read are just eeks, I love this so much. Okay, this is so cute. Also, it's so it reminds me of the Tide Always Comes Back so much because of obviously I wonder why, but it's just wow. There's a girl in the middle of the ocean. If I squint, one hand lifted to block out the sun, I can just make her out in the distance. A body carried by the waves, the horizon stretched behind her, and beyond that the sun slipping down, spilling oranges and pinks across the sky in a way so impossibly beautiful it feels sacred. But it's not the sky that's undoing me, stealing the air out of my lungs, rooting me in place. It's her. I should move, call out, wave maybe. I've done it before. I stood right here on this exact patch of sand with the same tide tugging at my ankles and same salt clinging to my skin. In this exact place that holds pieces of us like it's never learned how to let go. I can still taste the memories and the salt of the air. Us racing barefoot through the sand, daring each other into the water that was always too cold. Building lopsided sandcastles and calling them fortresses, 2 best friends who stretched summers into lifetimes. Immediately, I'm seeing it's a friends to lovers trope. Okay. This beach was always ours. Our pause, our pocket of suspended time, our meeting point after months spent apart. No matter how far we drifted, we'd always find our way back here, reuniting like clockwork, like muscle memory, like nothing ever changed. It was comforting, predictable, easy. I don't remember what that feels like. I love V's writing. I love literary devices, guys. I just love them. I love how, first of all, her metaphor, no matter how far we drifted, it's yeah, because it's a beach story. I just love when things like that make sense, because she could have used any metaphor that meant the same thing, but using that one is just so intentional. And then her sentences, it was comforting, full stop, predictable, full stop, easy, full stop. It's just so I just love writing where everything feels so intentional. There's nothing easy about the way I feel now. Nothing soft or safe about the air sucked out of my lungs just from the sight of her. About how suddenly my heart's thudding too fast, too loud for me to ignore. About how every part of me is pulled towards her, stupidly, helplessly, as if my body knows something my mind is still pretending not to. But I know that I can't stay here forever. So I move, one step then another, until the water reaches my ankles, then my knees. Were you planning on saying hi? I call out. Or was the plan to float here all summer? She turns her head lazily towards me, eyes squinting in the light, and when she sees me, her face breaks open in a grin, all teeth and sunlight. You know I don't plan, Jackie. I shake my head, a smile tugging at my mouth despite everything, and somehow it always works out for you. It comes out half teasing, half something else. She floats closer, the water lapping gently at her shoulders. You're here now, aren't you? She winks, but then her smile falters at the edges. You barely called this year. There's a beat. I was starting to think you forgot about me, thought I'd have to reintroduce myself. There's levity in her tone, but intention in her gaze. God, those eyes. Warm and brown and golden where they catch the sun. Her hair spills around her like ink in the water, dark and blooming and impossible to contain. How is anyone supposed to look away? I couldn't forget you if I tried, I say. It comes out breathless, airy, not at all the way I intended. She notices me looking at her, really looking, and it knocks something loose. She falters, a shallow breath. Did you miss me at all? Suddenly I miss the safer waters, the shallow end. Like a splinter, I deflect. Charming. One I couldn't stop picking at. She laughs and then splashes me. That's not an answer, jerk. I'm happy you're back. Jack. The tease is fading, leaving room for raw honesty. The space stretches and shrinks between us. Overhead, the clouds knit tighter together, the gold turning into grey. Another thing I really love is the weaving of description of the setting into the dialogue. I really love descriptive scenes like this. I can picture this so vividly in my mind, and it's so like pretty. I love description like this, and I love this writing. I can't wait to read V's book. Her voice is quieter now, barely above the water. Why can't you say it? It's not that simple. Sure it is, she responds. It's just a question. You don't ask questions like that unless you already know the answer. And what if I want to hear you say it anyway? A drop of rain hits the water between us. Then another. Drop it, Maya. But she doesn't. Of course she doesn't. No, Jack. You know what? I had the best year of my life. Her voice catches a little. I found my people, I passed all my classes, I made reckless decisions that made permanent memories, yet still, throughout it all, I thought about you. The rain makes her hair stick to her face. Every damn day. And now I'm here and you're acting like I'm someone you used to know. My chest tightens. I open my mouth, close it. Every version of the truth tastes too bitter to speak. Her gaze flicks away. You know what? Forget I asked. She sighs. It's going to storm. She turns away, and in this one moment I picture a life without her. Grey, quiet, hollow. Not much of a life at all. And suddenly the fear of holding on feels smaller than the cost of letting go. And that's what does it. Something inside me snaps, cracks wide open, but she's already swimming back. Maya! I call out to her. By the time I scramble out after her, she's halfway across the sand, barefoot and fast, bolting for the old beach shack in the corner. I run after her, the storm breaking loose above us. Maya, please, wait, I say, breathless as I finally reach her. Jack, there's nothing to— I did miss you, I say, my voice raised above the sound of the storm. Okay, of course I missed you. She goes still, like the words settle somewhere deep and delicate inside her. I love that. I really love that. I really love that sentence. And not in the, hey, hope college is fun kind of way. In the, I hate walking by your house and not seeing your light on kind of way. In the everything feels off and I don't know why until I remember it's because you're not here kind of way. The wind rocks the trees, the air biting at our skin. I didn't call because I didn't know how to pretend it was casual anymore, I say, breathing hard, because I knew the second I heard your voice I'd say too much. She's staring at me, soaked and shaking, still so I love how she put the little dash. Oh. She's staring at me, soaked and shaking and still so fucking beautiful it hurts. I want to reach out and touch her, but I can't bring myself to— What are you saying, Jack? Her voice is raw now, pleading. I need to hear it. I need to know I'm not stupidly grabbing for something that doesn't exist. I shake my head once, hard, running an exasperated hand through my hair. Fine. I move closer. You want to know exactly how I feel about you, Maya? She nods. Barely. And before I can stop myself, before I can overthink it, I do the one thing I've wanted to do for months. Maybe longer. Maybe always. I cross the space between us in one breath, one heartbeat, one final surrender, and I kiss her. Maya's POV. His kiss is urgent and honest and nothing like I'd imagined it to be all these years. All these years of wanting, of hoping, of letting myself believe maybe it was never meant for us. It's better. like something breaking open and falling into place at the same time. And for the first time since I've been out here, I finally understand what it means to float. What? What? I really love this scene and I wish it was a real book. I wish that Maya and Jack, yep. I wish they were real people and I wish this was a real story. I could so imagine this being Hampton Point. I think I was imagining Hampton Point's beach in my head as I was reading this scene. Like even the things about the shacks and stuff, like it's just so... I love the ocean and this was so nice, and what it means to float, it was just, yes, amazing. I finished writing the scene a few days ago and I've already sent it to V, but I realized that I wrote so much of this not on camera and I feel bad that I didn't bring you guys along for the real nitty gritty stuff. So I thought that I would read you some of my favorite parts of my scene. So what I ended up doing was, it's now a scene where we're in the studio, they're recording a song together, and I was telling you guys that I usually write the dialogue and then I write the scene around the dialogue that I've written, and it kind of just writes itself. And that's kind of what happened, because I had the idea of it being in the studio, but I didn't really know how we're going to get there and what's really going to happen. Then I just thought of this line. I'll read it to you. The last advice my father gave me before I ran away from home was that the most dangerous thing a person can ever do is dream. And I just thought of that line randomly one day and I was like, oh, you know what, that's going into the scene that I'm writing for my collab video. And then the whole scene kind of was then structured around that, and then his background character's lore and her background character's lore, all of the lore just comes to me as I'm writing the scene, like all of the backstory. So I just wanted to read you the opening and then I'll read you another bit as well. The last advice my father gave me before I ran away from home was that the most dangerous thing a person can ever do is dream. I still thought about his words every morning. Even as I ate breakfast at the long marble kitchen island of my high-rise apartment and stared at the Hollywood sign outside of my window, even as I was picked up by my music producer's chauffeur and ambled through the charcoal black doors of the record label's studio, even as I paced around that tiny phone box I'd been in all day, leering at the microphone as if it was responsible for my lack of productivity, my father's words lingered in my mind like a solemn shadow on a sunny day. Basically, Issa is the daughter of the head of the record label / his producer. And then Joel is signed on to the record label, but he's still Nugu, like, how can I say these words? He's still like a relatively new artist, but he's on the come up, you know, like he has money, he's still got a penthouse, you know, that sort of vibe. And then the scene kind of follows them. There's a little bit of banter. So the whole first page is really just Joel and the producer, and then as the producer leaves the room, it then becomes about Issa and Joel. And Joel, this is like an insta love trope. I've never written anything like this where the characters are so not instantly like insta love, but where the characters like each other from jump. Like this is the type of trope where like he's been having a crush on her. He doesn't think she really knows him for real. In this scene, she starts to, I'm just giving you context for the next part I'm about to read to you. In this scene, I said something earlier, I'll put like the passage on the screen. The only form of communication is long twisted strings of hi Joel, hi Issa, maybe the occasional nod of the head. So like that's how they've always communicated. And then she speaks to him and he's like, what? What the heck? Later on there's this paragraph which I really liked actually. In all my alarm that Issa's vocabulary extended past one word, I'd forgotten to take notice of the fact that she was no longer on the other side of the room, but was now sitting on the stool in front of me, the stringed instrument on her lap as she gazed up expectantly. If I thought that my throat was closing up before, I couldn't speak right now. All I could do was look at her. I liked looking at her. It's what I'd spent a lot of my time doing. Not in a creepy way either, just in the way that she was the head of the record label's daughter and probably didn't see me as anything other than a numbered client. So I'd settled for admiring her from afar, soaking up our interactions like rainwater after a drought, collecting our highs and hellos like a fountain full of lucky coins. So there are some moments which seem very insignificant but can hold so much weight for a person, and I like that idea of like their highs and hellos is like a flipping gold coin to him. He's holding on to that. The rest of the scene, I honestly really hated it. I'm not even gonna lie, because I feel like I'm very much a perfectionist and I like all of my writing to like feel like it's the most profound piece. So I was reading the scene and I was like, this scene is so mid. But then I realized, one, this is just for fun. Like this whole authortube collab series, first of all, it's been so fun writing so many different scenes, but also this is like a snippet of these characters' entire stories, and it's also one of the first times they're speaking to each other for real. So I can't be writing any like heart-wrenching, heart-crunching lines, because like you guys just only said more than one sentence to each other for the first time today. Unfortunately, I think this brings us to the end of this video. It's been so lovely collaborating with V. She's honestly one of my favorite authortubers ever, so if you are not subscribed to her, you should go subscribe to her. She literally carried me through. It's the second I said I was gonna do the Tideways back and really do it for real, V's videos was what was getting me through that, so I'm really grateful for her, and it's been really nice working with her on this. If you want to see her react to what I wrote, you should head over to her channel. The link for my crowdfund will be in the description below. You can also scan the QR code right there. We're really making progress in our goal. I'd really love to be able to afford my editor, be able to get this book out there, so if you guys would like to read my writing one day, make sure you go buy a perk, make a contribution. All support is really greatly appreciated. Apart from that, I will see you guys next week for a brand new collab video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Also hit the notification bells whilst you're here so you don't miss any new posts, because you know we have some bangers. Sorry, but we have some really cool and exciting videos coming, so definitely subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.